Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, flights resume under strict conditions. ADF team starts rehabilitation work. And COVID-affected individuals request training.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Passenger flights to Fiji recommence today with new adaptations to border quarantine protocols. Following the discovery of a more contagious strain of the coronavirus in the United Kingdom, the Health Ministry has completed an extensive review of its border quarantine processes. The entry swab test will be conducted over days 3 and 4 to reduce the risk of a false negative result and improve the ability to identify cases of in-flight transmission. Stricter in-room quarantine protocols will be enforced with no outdoor activity for new arrivals until a negative entry swab test is received. Heightened COVID-safe measures will be implemented for all border health unit personnel and hospital isolation unit frontline staff. There will also be a tightly controlled weekly quotas on inbound passenger numbers because border health protection staff and facilities are being used to help with the Cyclone Yasa response. The COVID-19 task force is in Level to undertake work on quarantining of the Australian Defence Forces personnel on board the HMAS Adelaide.
Right now they are doing their reconnaissance on where the ADF personnel will be quarantined for the period and do all the proper tests before they deploy to the priority areas according to the Commissioner Northern's plan for recovery in the north.
Businesses and entrepreneurs who felt the impact of COVID-19 in the Western Division are seeking more training to help them bounce back on track. Leadership and well-being coach Kitiana Chute says most of them are aspiring entrepreneurs who have been made redundant due to COVID-19. She adds the demand for financial coaching is on the rise and expects an influx in the number of registrations next year.
Customers, they're changing their way of thinking. And their focus is not only on generating income, but also on helping others. So we're seeing more business owners who are trying to help those in need and find solutions to their problems. So a lot of them are, offering different products now, from what they used to do.
A Chinese court handed a 4-year jail term to a citizen journalist who reported from the central city of Wuhan at the peak of last year's coronavirus outbreak. This on grounds of picking quarrels and provoking trouble. It has been a while that we start to get to watch big releases on the screen. Amongst the first big hit of 2020, Wonder Woman 1984 has pulled in about $36 million at movie theaters around the world since its release on Christmas Day. Up ahead, heavyweight champion wants new opponents. And Bati plan for World Cup.
Kuira na ngone no de nuni ena bisi ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kila mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitar lobina no rabaksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre o ya Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira ena be mataka.
Moniti kina makarombuka.
Ni waitini kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One nandomo ibiti.
Pindah-pindah na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
Fiji heavyweight boxing champion James Singh is optimistic there will be some good opponents for him next season. Singh, who won the heavyweight belt recently without a trainer, says he has beaten all the best in the country. However, he believes some new boxers will step up in the new year to challenge him. The father of two is confirmed for the first promotion of 2021 in March.
I beat all the best contenders in Fiji, and I'm looking forward for some more boys to come up, step up. There's some other good heavyweights down there, but I don't know what happened. They're not stepping up. I'm looking forward to it.
The Fiji National Rugby League has formulated a plan for both Fiji Bati overseas and local players to get in tune with a program set by head coach Joe Rambele.
It is to have the players as usual, as the norm, for them to actually all come down to Fiji and actually camp for a week before we go over to UK. And secondly is to have the players in Australia and one in UK and in New Zealand, and for us here in a local place to just follow the training program that coach and the SNC.
Anwar El Ghazi scored his fifth goal in as many games as Aston Villa came from behind to earn a point against Chelsea in the Premier League today. The 1-1 draw sees Villa move up to fifth in the table, level on points with sixth place Chelsea, with both sides now a point below the top four. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace manager Roy Hodgson says it took an tough half-time team talk to spark them into life for their 1-1 draw with Leicester. The point lifts Leicester up to second in the Premier League table, with Palace moved 8 points clear of the bottom three. An active trough of low pressure remains slow-moving over the group, bringing associated showers. A heavy rain warning is in effect for most areas. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care. Good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।